Welcome po once again sa ating channel na Buhay Pinoy sa Abroad. Ang intention ng channel na ito, magbigay ng mga information, samot-saring impormasyon tungkol sa kung paano mas mapapadali ang pamumuhay natin sa abroad, notably dito sa United States of America. So ngayong episode, ang episode natin ngayon, hahatiin ko sa dalawang bahagi kasi mukhang magiging mahaba ito. Ang episode natin ay pinamagatang Top 20 Reasons Why Asians Are Discriminated Against in the United States and How to Avoid Them. So in the recent months, maaring kahit na nasa ibang bansa kayo, nandiyan kayo sa Pilipinas, siguro nabalitaan nyo na tumindi ang discrimination against Asian people dito sa United States. May maraming mga in-establish na mga rallies na ang theme talaga is to stop Asian hate. Maraming mga documentation ng assaults committed in train stations, diyan lang sa bangketa. So, kahit sa gitna ng market, ang mga assault against Asian elderly, bigla na lang binugbog, bigla na lang sinaksak ng walang kalaban-laban. So bahagi 'yon ng greater greater move to discriminate Asians. So ito yung part 1, ang first 1 to 10 ng mga dahilan kung bakit ang mga Asiano ay nadi-discriminate dito sa Amerika. Number 1, yung tinatawag na model minority myth. This myth stereotypes Asians as being academically gifted, successful, and quiet, and it is often used to justify discrimination against them. In the past kasi, sa mga universities, sa mga workplace, laging nagtatap yung mga Asians. Alam naman natin ang karakter ng isang Asiano. Generally siguro kapag international worker na meron ding background, may educational background, may highly established na experience, patutunayan mo ang efficiency mo at ang productivity mo sa workplace o kaya sa university. Sa Harvard, dun sa mga top universities sa Amerika, maraming Asians na nagpatunay talaga na talagang ang galing-galing nila. Ito yung naging theory. Ito yung naging model minority myth na nag-justify para i-discriminate ang mga Asian. So kasi may nagkaroon na ng konting jealousy among the residents na bakit itong mga ito bigla na lang namayagpag at iniwan kami. In order to avoid this, let's be aware of the myth and challenge it whenever you see it. So i-challenge natin at patunayan natin sa iba na efficient ako in particular. At kung gusto niyo maging efficient, do what I do. Yun lang naman talaga ang ang sikreto. Actually, walang sikreto. Number 2, anti-Asian racism. So this racism is directed against Asians, and it can take many forms, including verbal abuse, physical assault, discrimination in housing, employment, and education. In order to avoid this, be aware of your surroundings and be prepared to stand up to racism. So kapag may nakita kang Karen na kapitbahay mo na pinag-iinitan ka, siguro mas magandang umiwas na lang. O kaya mas maganda na magkaroon ka ng game plan. Ano ba ang step 1 na gagawin mo? Umiwas. Step 2, kapag inatake ka, ano ang gagawin mo? Magsumbong sa police, and so on. Number 3, yellow peril. This is a fear of Asians that have been around since 19th century. It's often used to justify discrimination against Asians, such as the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. To avoid this, educate yourself about the history of anti-Asian racism and challenge it whenever you see it. So kapag dahil kasi dito sa fear na to na matagal nang nangyayari, maaaring meron pang mga traces. Kaya kailangan nating i-challenge ito. Na pumunta kami dito hindi para makipaglaban, hindi para mag-show off, kundi para magtrabaho at para i-build ang buhay na gusto namin para sa sarili namin. At wala kayong pakialam sa sa mga kachipan nyo, mga petty arguments nyo about discriminating us. Alright, number 4, racial profiling. This is the practice of targeting people of a certain race or ethnicity for suspicion of wrongdoing. So, sasabihin, mga Asyano yan. O kaya Middle Eastern yan, mga terorista yan. Kapag nagbigay na tayo ng ganyang mga klase ng labeling o stereotype, tapos na, di ba? Justified na. So, ang tawag dito ay racial profiling. It's often used against Asians and it can lead to discrimination in policing, unemployment, and other areas. In order to avoid this, be aware of your rights and be prepared to challenge racial profiling. So, kunyari, may isang notorious na Asian gang. Sasabihin nila, ikaw, dahil Asyano ka, siguro part ka ng gang na yun. So, binigyan ka na ng label, na stereotype ka na. In other words, you are now being racially profiled. Ang number 5 is microaggression. So, these are subtle, everyday forms of discrimination that can be harmful to Asian. Just because you are an Asian, just because you don't look like them, is already a reason para pag-initan kanila. Nangyayari to. Kahit ako, pumupunta ako sa isang international store, ang mga workers, karamihan, for example, sa fresh section, magpapalinis ng isda. Bibili ako ng isda, ipapalinisan, ipapakat. Ang tawag sa akin ng isang staff, Manny Pacquiao. Dahil hindi naman ako petty, hindi naman ako kumbaga onion skin, okay lang yon. Pero kung titingnan mong mabuti, it can cause, you are now being racially profiled, you are now being labeled as such, and pwedeng maging cause yun ng microaggression. Ang iba, this kind of microaggression can also include things like making assumption about someone's intelligence or abilities, or making jokes about their culture. So kaya ingat tayo sa paggamit ng mga certain terms na na makakaapekto sa ibang Asyano. For example, dati, nung nasa isang state ako nagtatrabaho, out of the blue, may isa akong estudyante na biglang nagtanong, "Are you a Filipino?" Sabi ko, "Yes." "So, do you also eat dogs?" Hindi naman ako woke para magpaka-petty na gano'n. Pero kung titingnan mo, labeling na yon, di ba? So, may maraming mga label sa ating mga Asyano. We are milk drinkers. Ang iba, they eat strange animals or weird animals o mga weird na pagkain. So, bahagi yon ng labeling na pwede lang gamitin. Number 6, violence against Asians. Asians are disproportionately victims of violence, including hate crimes. In order to avoid this, be aware of your surroundings and take precautions to stay safe. So, wag masyadong maging komportable na baka sabihin mo, America na to, I have all the rights. No, because just as you have the rights, others also have the rights. So, and ina-assert din nila yon. Number 7, erasure. This is the act of ignoring or denying the existence of Asians. Di ba yung tinatawag na, similar ito dun sa tinatawag na natin na cancel culture. Hindi ka nag-exist kahit nandiyan ka. Can be seen in things like the lack of Asian representation in the media and in the classroom. To avoid erasure, speak out about the importance of Asian representation and educate yourself about Asian culture. Nung nasa isang state ako, sa eskwelahan, 2 lang kaming Pilipino. Hindi nila alam na Pilipino kami. Ang alam lang nila, all Asians are Chinese. So, ang tawag nila sa amin ay Chinese. Number 8, invisibility. So, this is the opposite of erasure. It is the act of seeing Asians only in certain ways, such as perpetual foreigners or as model minorities. Andyan ka nga, pero minority ka. To avoid invisibility, challenge stereotypes about Asians and see them as individuals. Number 9, tokenism or tokenism. This is the practice of including a token number of Asians in a group or organization in order to appear diverse. Ang tokenism, yung tipong isang company, in order to have their demographics represented by Asians, maglalagay sila kahit hindi naman qualified. Yung Asian, ilalagay lang nila parang as a representation. Parang kung wala kang silbi pero dyan ka lang kasi magpapabango yan sa impression namin. So, it is often used to silence Asians and prevent them from speaking about discrimination. Sasabihin, masyadong diversified o diverse itong company na to. So, let's leave them alone. To avoid tokenism, demand that Asians be included in the meaningful ways and that their voices be heard. Number 10 is bamboo ceiling. This is the invisible barrier that prevents Asians from reaching the highest levels of leadership in many industries. To break through the bamboo ceiling, Asians need to be more visible in leadership positions and to speak out against discrimination. Ang bamboo ceiling, similar yan dun sa tinatawag nating glass ceiling. Basta may ceiling. Period. So, hanggang dito ka lang dahil Asian ka. Ganyan ang trato sa mga Asian. Pero nowadays, makikita natin na kung titingnan natin ang wider trends, makikita natin na marami ng Asians ang pumapasok sa mainstream leadership environment. Kaya hindi na tayo masyadong nahuhuli. So, ito po yung first 10 ng reasons why Asians are discriminated against in the United States. Sa susunod nating episode, dadagdagan ko pa ng 10 pa itong mga dahilan na to para maiwasan natin. Ang purpose once again ng channel natin ay i-inform yung mga kababayan nating naghahangad o kasisimula pa lang ng buhay nila sa abroad. See you in part 2.